Mechatron's little brother. In this section, we are going to play with lights. This is literally one of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. Okay, so the temperature here is 21.4. Now let's move here. These tiles are literally very straight. This is bluish green. Now when I turn the lens, just look at that, it turned to pink. Hello guys, welcome to a new video. So for the past weeks, I've been posting videos on my camp experience. So I said, let me just bring you guys something new. I decided to come to the Kocaeli Science Center, and oh my god, I'm even amazed from what I'm seeing outside already. So I'm going to start showing you guys all of that. I think you guys will be pleased to see what's going to be outside here, and even more pleased to see what will be inside there. I can't wait. I've seen some videos and photos and I was blown out, guys. Like, I couldn't believe those things existed inside there. So let's go on. The entrance, there's already some interesting stuff to see. I think this is probably the whole structure, or should I say the model of the whole area. Here we have the pendulum snake. So it's not the normal one that we know of, the ones found on the tables. The foam feels warm. Now we can touch the wood. Okay, it feels a bit colder. Let's touch the plastic. It also feels colder. And ooh, okay, yeah, the metal is the coldest. Now they are saying that we should measure the temperatures. Okay, so the temperature here is 21.4. Now let's move here. 21.4, around the same temperature. That's crazy. The interesting thing is that the plastic was actually feeling much colder, but then its temperature is even a bit higher. Now let's try it on the metal and see something. Now, even though the metal was the coldest, but its temperature is even 21.4, 21.5, fluctuating. So if you notice, interesting enough, they were right. Even though they feel different, they're actually having the same temperature. Now over here is the explanation for those who want to read. This is also some information for those studying civil engineering and actually even all kinds of engineering, because there's a topic called statics where we apply these kinds of stuff. Now if you notice, where you move on this beam, you notice that it's bending. Wow, as you can see, it's bending a lot. But then if you move on this beam, you notice that it's not actually bending, even though on the sideways it seems a bit shaky, but it's not bending down. So they're just trying to show that depending on how you place these beams, it's going to react differently, or it's going to show different kinds of resistance. We've got Mechatron and his little brother. That's interesting. Oh my god. I don't know whether these can even move or something, but then it's having wheels and everything. I just wish it could transform somehow. They're having a lens at one side and a rod at another side. Because these objects are made of a certain kind of glass that has similar light properties to oil, so that's why it seems a bit transparent, in fact almost inanimate. This is literally one of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. Okay, this is how the image looks. Now look at its reflection. Like, how the earth is the reflection like this. It has color. And now let's even look at it through this lens, and oh my god, it's like a whole different ball game altogether. Like, I'm just wondering what the phenomenon here is. The explanation is here. Now here, guys, I just noticed something. When you look at the structure through this lens at this section, okay, you see these colors, right? Now just pay attention, focus on one particular section. Now let me just turn it, and you notice that there's literally change of color at every section. It's crazy. Like, for example, I focus on this. So this is what, this is bluish green. Now when I turn the lens, just look at that, it turned to pink. Wow, okay. Oh my god, so this is another weird phenomenon. I've noticed that no matter how I move, my hand, or should I say my eye position, is still at the same place. I literally can't move it anywhere else. Over here, there's an experiment I'm going to demonstrate about light. So I'm going to be turning different light bulbs to show the effect of, shadow creation. You're going to see that the shadow is going to get darker as I turn on more light. So let's start. This is the shadow being formed by only one light bulb. Now let's turn the other light bulb on. Now you notice that there are actually two shadows. Now there are four light bulbs on, so there are four shadows. Now there are eight. Now when I come closer to the wall, we're having only one shadow. In this section, we are going to play with light. So we're having three different light shades. But as you can see, even though there's no yellow here, there's literally yellow in some of the demonstrations. So they're asking, how does the yellow come about? And mind you, these are not like painted stuff. They are literally just reflections. It's so weird. I don't know how this we have it. Just look at my own shadow. So as you can see, I'm having three different colors here. I think it's basically due to the intersection of the lights. And then when we have the intersection of all the lights, we have the black. But then when two of the shades mix together, they are forming different colors. So that's why we are seeing all this different range of weird colors, even some of which are not available up here. This place is actually very weird and interesting. So I'm going to create an image of myself on this screen. But as you notice, it's actually very slow. It's because they are taking several shots of me. So it looks like it's this kind of video kind of thing. But actually it's just due to the slits here that are creating several images at a time. And the processor here is basically not as fast as that on our phone. That's why you notice that it's really slow while processing our photos up here. So now let's try and see this our switch button. Now I go down for it to see me much clearer. I can see myself videoing myself up here. Very weird. I can't even believe I just said that. I think it has to do with how the eyes have been built. So you guys cannot see, but actually to my eyes, that red thing that you're seeing is turning blue. I can't even see it's red again. It's just so weird. On screen, we are having two different photos of the moon, but then when we check the lens, two different images, but they are trying to combine to give us a 3D view of the moon. Now, this is crazy. So if you look very carefully, you notice that these are perfect shapes. Like we have the ovals and the circle, but then when I spin this thing, it looks like it's actually changing shape as it rotates. And that's so crazy. Oh my god, guys, look carefully. So weird. Even down here too. So they are just stable. It's not like these are like screens that can show movements. This is just a single image. But then when I spin it, just look at this. It looks like those two cones are moving, but they actually ain't. They are just spinning around, trying to give us a 3D kind of experience. Very interesting optics. Over here too, we're having a similar weird 3D kind of experience. It's like an endless whirlpool. Okay, we can't even find the depth of it, but it's just a single image that's able to create this kind of weird stuff. Another one to here looking like it's moving somehow. We are moving this kind of very weird world, and then it's just a single image being able to produce such an experience. Now, guys, this is one of the craziest illusions I've ever seen. These tiles are literally very straight, and then they are also very square. Just look at this. Okay, I've come closer. Now you guys can see that they are very straight and very square. Let me take the video of a whole row so that you see what I'm talking about. Now you can see that that's very straight. Now when I come back and then take a whole shot of the place, it seems like it's what is crooked. Now this is just an illusion, but they're actually all very straight. These are cognitive illusions. So guys, tell me in the comments what you see from these images. I'm seeing a whole lot. In this section, we'll be able to see formation of sweat on our fingertips. So there's this kind of magnifier here, which will show my fingertip being magnified on the screen. But I don't think there's anything that can make me nervous. I actually tried it before I'm shooting this video and nothing worked. But I can see there's still some kind of droplets. I think those are probably sweat droplets that I'm seeing that are glistering in the lights. Okay, I've just put another one, so I'll show you guys that one on the screen. There's a weird experiment here. Basically, I'm supposed to stand here and then a friend will hit the tube from a certain section. So if it's at the middle, I'm going to hear the sound from both tubes at the same time. But then if it's somewhere on the left, then I'm going to hear it from this place first. But if it's somewhere on the right, then I'm going to hear from this place first. That's an interesting experiment, by the way. So it's trying to tell us that sound is not as fast as we think it is. Let's experience this together. They are saying that I should press this to get a certain sound, and then the sound is going to come from one of these speakers. I wouldn't know because there are so many speakers here, but then when I press this, I'll be able to realize which one the sound is coming from based on the light that that particular speaker would emit. But I'm going to try and guess which one it is before I actually press this to find out the real answer. So guys, let's go. And this is also another button that's going to help us change the sound or change the speaker that brings the sound. We are starting, guys. Oh my god, so I think you guys also heard that one, but I don't literally, I know it's from somewhere here. Okay, let's press our button and see which one is from. Oh, okay, so it's just from this one. Interesting. Let's change it. Oh my god, it sounded like it's from somewhere here. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so let's change the sound again using this button. I think it's from that one. I think it's from that one. Let's see. Oh, it's from down here. Okay, I was still close. Okay, let's change. Somewhere from up there. It has to be somewhere from up there. Wait. Oh my god, it's actually down here. It's not even up there. Okay, last one. Okay, I didn't actually even focus. So let's just see. Wow, okay, so it's just here. Interesting game. Wow, so guys, that was a whole lot that I saw there. I mean, you all saw it, and it was just amazing. Thank you all for supporting. Please like, please comment, please just try anything to help my channel somehow. Goodbye, and see you in the second part of the most fascinating science center in Turkey. Goodbye.